Hello guys, welcome back to Ali React, and today we are not making a reaction video. We are actually making a special video today. I was going through Narutoverse in Korra. I hope you guys all know what Korra is. That is where they write stuff, people ask questions and you get answer to the question you ask. And I saw a nice question and the answer is quite nice, but there are some parts that I didn't agree with. So I want to share that to you guys today. I want you guys to see it. I think it is a really good question and the answer is correct, but some of the things said in there are really not right and I don't agree with them. We are going to go through it together and see what the question is about and also see what the answer is all about. So guys, without further ado, let's get right into the video. So the question is, who are the highest potential of any shinobi in the Narutoverse? So the person that is answering this question, the person answer is Obito Uchiha. I agree with that. Obito Uchiha really has a lot of potential, especially if he had his 2 MS. And also, I want to tell you guys that the Sharingan Obito possesses, which is the Kamui, is no longer an MS, it is an EMS. Because after a time, after he use the MS for a long time, he's going to go blind. But Obito doesn't go blind because the Ashiraman Cell. Ashiraman Cell has already improved him to the level that he'll be able to use the MS as an EMS. So guys, let's just clear that out. What Obito is using is not MS, it is EMS. I'm really sure about that. Before we go further off through, let me just read the answer to you guys so that you guys can see what the answer is, and we're going to dissect it and see which one we agree with and which one we didn't agree with. So guys, let's go. The answer is, first off, I am going to say I am absolutely baffled that pretty much no one except one person mentioned the person I'm going to say, which I feel is the most obvious answer to this day, because they were so immensely broken in power, which I think is true. And the person said is Obito Uchiha. I agree with that. If Obito has his 2 eyes, I don't think anyone will be able to defeat him. I don't think so. The only person that will be able to defeat him will be Jubi Madara, because that guy will be so insanely strong. And if he has his Susanoo also, it will be really powerful. As you can see with what we saw with Kakashi. And I'm sure because he has his 2 MS, he doesn't need to have another eyes so he can get EMS again. He's going to get all the power up because of the Ashirama Cell. He's going to have complete Susanoo, everything complete. That's why this guy is broken. And he can even regenerate. That's crazy, man. Let's just continue. I feel this should have been a no-brainer. But in case everyone forgets, Obito was basically unkillable. That's true. For the most part. Even without the 10 tails, Obito was really a pretty terrifying person to go up against. No matter really who you are, because Kamui is just so broken. Really broken. If Kakashi doesn't have Kamui, there is no way they are touching Obito. So I think that Kamui Kakashi has was what gave them the edge. At age 14 or so, Obito was able to go toe to toe with Minato, the 4th Hokage, and was not only came pretty close to sucking away Minato into Kamui, but at age 14, he was fast enough to easily keep up with Minato, who mind you was said to be one, if not the fastest shinobi alive. And this was just 14 years Obito, that's true. But I'm not really sure if he was 14 or older, but that's pretty true. There is nobody that can touch Minato here. Still, Obito was able to go up against him, even though he didn't win, he tried. On top of already being sailing fast, Obito also had Ashirama Cell, which allowed him to have one of the most OP style of Jutsu. I'm really surprised that Obito didn't use the Wu style a lot. I'm really surprised. We only saw him use it once or twice, we didn't see him use it again. I'm really baffled by why didn't he? If he used that guy is insane. AKA Wu style, which also granted him incredibly regeneration ability, which also allowed his plain Magioko to be somewhat like an EMS since he will never go blind. I said that. That is what I said before. If this guy has a 2 eye, he'll be able to unlock the perfect Susanoo and nobody will be able to touch him, and the Susanoo will be insane, just like we saw with Kakashi. And if he has the 2, I don't think Madara can beat him. Just EMS Madara, I don't think he can beat Obito because he can't do what he can't touch. That's what I think. And his 2 eye, attack and defense. No way nobody's touching that guy. On top of having this broken ability called Kamui, they will allow everything to freeze to him with ease. Having insane regeneration ability, he was also insanely durable in what physical damage he could take. That's true. We saw how Obito got damaged a lot, especially in the war arc. His throat got cut out, his heart crushed, everything. This guy, he took Rashingan to the face. This guy didn't die, just stubborn to die. Obito was able to survive half his body being caught by a boulder. Was able to survive millions of paper bombs exploding around him from Conan. That was true. It's not even millions, billions, or at least a lot of them before he got out. was able to survive a Rasengan to the face from Naruto. That's true. When Kakashi Kamui the Rashigan and made it hit Obito, was also able to use Rinnegan and use Renetensei that would have killed Obito. Yes, he used Renetensei, he didn't die. He used Rinnegan. That guy is insane, really insane. And among many other things like getting tailed beast extracted, so on. Yes, that's true. His tail beast was extracted and he still didn't die. I don't know what you can say about that again. Yet was able to survive all this until killed by Kaguya to save Naruto, Sasuke and Kakashi. So if Kaguya hasn't eaten with the ash, with the bone ash, this guy isn't dying. This guy isn't dying. That's how stubborn he is to death. Overall, I'm initially surprised Obito was not mentioned, because in the end Obito could have and probably would have been called the Grim Reaper of the Naruto world had he just had both his Magical. That is true. I've said it before. His MS is EMS. It is insane, man. The only person who could have possibly beaten him is Shisui, only due to Kotohama Tsukami. But Obito already knows that Shisui have Kotohama Tsukami. Will you allow that to eat him? And that Kotohama Tsukami, I don't know how it really works. Is it if you just see the person, or the person be a fight, just work on him? I think Obito might have a counter for that. We know Obito is really smart, so I don't think maybe he's going to allow him to be caught in Shisui Genjutsu. I don't think so. And possibly Madara due to Limbo clones. That too. The only person I think I can be able to beat Obito in that form is Renin Madara. I don't think EMS Madara is going to beat him, because you can't even touch him. So how are you going to beat him? I don't think so. I know there will be a lot of debate in the comment. That is my own opinion. If you have your own opinion, just put it down in the comment section below. Let me just read through your opinion. Let's hear what you are writing also. We might learn one or two things from there too. Obito could have even and probably won a 1v1 against Kaguya, even, or because he had 2 Magicons. That's a lie. I don't agree with that at all. There is no way in hell is Obito beating Kaguya. No way. I didn't agree with that statement and I can't agree with it. It is a lie. Obito cannot beat Kaguya. Let's just continue to read what he's saying. Then at the end of the video, we are going to talk about why Obito cannot defeat Kaguya. Obito knows that had the highest potential. If he had double Magicon, he could have beaten pretty much anyone. He could just become Histeria and Kamui his opponent away. It would have been pretty much impossible to beat, if not pretty much literally. I'm surprised Obito wasn't all over this question. His potential is not that he's pretty evidently stupidly broken, since he can pretty much and pretty literally be invisible. I know my reading skills is quite bad. I think you guys have to just manage it like that. Had he had just both Magicon, he would have literally been nicknamed. He would have, Jesus Christ. Can this guy stop writing literally? It is hard for me to pronounce. He would have literally been nicknamed the Grim Reaper. That's true. I would dare even say that Obito could easily beat the vast majority, if not everyone in the entire Naruto series. He can't beat everyone, but he can beat a lot of them. That's true, but not everyone. It was just Ethereal and Kamui everyone away. They literally what is wrong with this dude? Why did you continue writing literally? There literally won't be pretty much no way you could have beaten him. It is like fighting a ghost, except the ghost can eat you. That's true. Why you can't eat the ghost? Oh, and that ghost can suck into Kamui. Okay, so yeah, if anyone has the highest potential in Naruto, it will be the dude who literally couldn't be hit and could have just Kamui everyone away if he had both his eye. Obito was stupidly broken. Yes, I agree with him. Obito was stupidly broken, but there is no way in hell he can beat Kaguya, and there is no way in hell he can beat Jubi Madara and Rini Madara. And the reason is because maybe he can still beat Rini Madara, because Kamui, like I said before, is really broken. But the reason he can't beat Kaguya is because Kaguya, even though Kaguya is not as smart as Obito in battle, Kaguya is immensely powerful. Really powerful. And can his MS keep up with Kaguya? I'm not really sure. I know his MS is more than MS. It is like an EMS, but I don't think it can keep up with Kaguya. The only reason it was able to keep up with Kaguya at the end part of the show was because it was enhanced by Sage Chakra, as we all heard from Kakashi. That is the only reason it was able to keep up with her. And also, Kaguya is insanely powerful, and she is more durable and have more chakra than Obito. That is why I don't think Obito is going to last against Kaguya at all, and he isn't going to last against GB Madara. The only person I think can be able to last again, and maybe I'm not sure if he will win or not, is against any Madara. Now let's go to the comment section and see what the comment section has to say about all this, because it is really insane. Okay, let's see. Let's say the first one said, I get that he will be pretty strong with 2 MS, but beating Kaguya, he can't. That's a little bit of a stretch, that's true. Kaguya could escape from Obito Kamui's dimension easily if she wanted to, that's true. Also, his intangibility is just transporting part of his body into his Kamui dimension to avoid getting hit, which means if Kaguya destroyed the Kamui dimension with her expanding truth-seeking orb, his MS ability is pretty much useless. Then she just teleports him to a gravity dimension so he can move, using all killing ash bones on him and he's cool. And Naruto and Sasuke case, they can both use Shadow Clone to counter Kamui. I somehow agree with this, and I think if Obito Kamui dimension is broken, he can easily transport himself to anywhere in the world. So there's a lot of space in the world which he can easily transport himself up to. So I don't think that makes sense. And even Kaguya transported him to a gravity dimension, I think Obito can still escape. Yes. And in Naruto and Sasuke case, they can both use Shadow Clones to counter Kamui. How true is that? I think that is pretty much true. They can easily counter him, except they work together. If it is one person, I don't think only one person is going to beat him. Though Naruto can create a lot of Shadow Clone, I know, but it just be eating him and he won't be moving. It will just be sucking them away. So I think what will be the end is the person with the higher level of chakra. I think Naruto might outlast him because Naruto have a lot of chakra, but Obito too has a lot of chakra. So at the end of the day, it is who has the most chakra will be left out of the two of them. So that's true. And it is Sage Naruto, not regular Naruto. Sage Naruto, Sage of 6 part Naruto. That is the only person. And to be who has the highest number of chakra and who has more sense. And that is who I think will win the match. But I think if it is Obito versus Sasuke, I think that will be an easy win for Obito, because Sasuke is really intelligent, but Obito is more experienced, and Sasuke can't use chakra like Naruto. That is the thing, and I'm sure Obito has more chakra than Sasuke. That is the only problem there. Okay, the guy responded back. Let's hear what he has to say. The issue is Kaguya is not exactly likely smart enough to do so. On top such, there is little to no reason for Obito to suck Kaguya into Kamui dimension anyway. Even if he did, there is nothing really stopping him from Kamui the truth-seeking orb out of his dimension anyway. Dude, wait. How will Obito Kamui something that large away? We saw how difficult it was to transport things with the Kamui. And that truth-seeking orb, I'm sure it is bigger than Obito's dimension. So how is Obito going to transport something that is as big as his dimension away? I'm not really sure he can do that. I'm not really sure. With this in mind, there is not really a whole lot of things Kaguya could have done to affect Obito had he reached his potential. Kaguya's ability are immensely chakras, consuming even for her, even to the extent that she has to worry about wasting too much chakra to acquire Naruto Sasuke, which will end up in a bad position, unable to do anything. Hence why he asked Kaguya to quit her pursuit over Naruto for the greater plan. Obito easily likely would have been able to outlast longer than Kaguya in a standstill. What? What did I just say? What did I just say? Let's just finish up. Let's finish up here. Considering Kaguya's attack will likely face Obito all the time, Kaguya will likely regenerate from Obito's attack. The difference being is Kaguya herself relies on her own chakra to regenerate, since the energy to regenerate has to come from somewhere. Such a fight, Kaguya and a full potential Obito is likely always going to end in a standstill until one is no longer able to keep up. In a standstill like this, Kaguya has two things against her that is pretty critical, which will cause her to lose. One, let's hear the reason why she will lose. She is nowhere near as strategic or smart as Obito. That's true. She is very likely to keep switching dimension like she did fighting Naruto and Sasuke, maybe attempting to find a dimension where she has a big advantage over Obito, which we know is far too costly in chakra for her to consistently do a whole lot of times. And two, let's say the second reason, as kind of tied in the first point admittedly, she has the most chakra between the two, which is easily undebatable, but her main ability costs so much chakra, that if she uses them too much, she's going to be completely drained. Obito mainly just uses Kamui, which isn't honestly that energy consuming considering we see him spamming throughout Shippuden. Okay, and Obito, who reached his maximum potential, I think would likely win against Kaguya due to certain factors. The real issue and the question regarding Kaguya's immortality. If she is like the TV, she could be killed, but she will just be reincarnated later. This will mean that Kaguya will lose initially, but she will keep coming back, which makes two different final endings. Either Kaguya eventually wins by either killing Obito with a lucky blow, with the killing Ashbone, or by a weaker Obito suffering from an old age, or Kaguya keeps getting beaten until Obito just eventually dies of old age, while Kaguya is being reincarnated. I don't agree with that point at all. Like I said before, Obito is really strong with his two eyes, but he can't outlast Kaguya. In this factor, we should just remove the smartness out of it. We have seen a lot of instances where upper are covered up for smartness. For example, let's say Sasuke versus Naruto. If they are talking about smartness in that fight, Sasuke would have won. But Naruto was so powerful, was so strong that his power was able to cover up for that smartness. That is it. So no matter how you are smart, if you are going against who is really powerful, there is no way in here your smartness is going to cover for you. And he said Kaguya will keep getting tired. We are talking about Kaguya in full power with all the TABs complete. There is nothing Obito is going to do against her. I don't think so. If he keep on freezing, he's going to reach his limit, and I think he's going to reach his limit first before Kaguya. That's my opinion on that. Let's go to the last and final comment because this video is already long enough. And let's see, dude, get a test. For God of Christ, this big English from India too much. Dude, get a thesaurus. I have never in my 21 years of living read the word literally so many times in such a short passage. If reading your answer was a drinking game and I had to take a shot every time you use the word literally or insanely, I will be absolutely plastered by the end of it. That is a nice one. That's a funny comment over there, and I agree with the guy. So guys, that's all about the question. I think it's a really interesting question, but I didn't agree with the point of Obito beating Kaguya. The highest level of person Obito can beat will be reigning Madara with very high difficulty. And apart from that, the rest above that, he can't beat them. He might be able to beat Sasuke, but against Naruto, it will be the battle of who have the most chakra. That's what I think. So putting Kaguya in the equation is out of point at all. There is no way in hell. No matter how smart he is, he's going to beat Kaguya, and he won't outlast her in chakra also. He can't, he won't. That's what I think. What's your own opinion? Put it down in the comment section below. What do you think will be the highest level of person Obito can beat if he has his two NS Sharingan? Put your own opinion in the description box. I'll be going to it and I'll be reading about it. And also guys, if you enjoyed the video, I wanted to be making this type of video, make sure to put it down in the comment section below. And if you want to read this article also, you want to get everything about it, every comment, I'm going to be linking it down in the description box below. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment and subscribe. And remember guys, stay safe and stay healthy. Peace.